Jamaal Bowman is a Democrat from New York, and he's a big defund the police guy. A system this cruel and inhumane cannot be reformed. Defund the police. July 4th, just to give people a flavor of Jamaal. July 4th. This July 4th, we must remember that we stand on stolen land, toiled by enslaved Africans, and so on. All right, so they get the picture of who Jamaal is. And Jamaal, I don't even like covering the spending dust-ups. I'm so sick of doing it. I've been doing it for almost 20 years. They always wind up working out. There's brinksmanship until the 11th hour. People get all excited, and then they do what they did last night, where they get it, postponement for 45 days, and then we'll do it again, and then they'll, whatever, sick of the bullshit. People got other things to worry about. Anyway, in the context of that back and forth, the Democrats wanted a motion to adjourn the vote on whether they should partner with some of these Republicans and just postpone the thing, just give 45 days of relief until they have to deal with this problem. But some weren't sure if they should sign the motion or vote in favor of this motion to adjourn. And the Democrats were saying, hold on, let's see, let's postpone it a little bit. Anyway, Jamaal Bowman, in the midst of that, decides to, allegedly on his rush to get there to vote, instead pulled the fire alarm. And now what he's claiming is he really was just trying to get out of the doors, Dave. But there we see him not pressing the doors, pulling the little red button that from time immemorial always says fire. And even, our little 4-year-olds know, well, fire means you're calling the fire department because there's a fire. It doesn't open doors, you see. It calls a fire department. Jamaal, hello, sweetheart. Pay attention, sweet. And now he's trying to say he was confused. This is the statement he gave the other day. He said, as I was rushing to make a vote, I came to a door that is usually open for votes. Okay, but this one leads to the outside. So, okay, I don't know. It's open for votes. Maybe he needed to go outside of this building into another one. But today would not open. I am embarrassed to admit that I activated the fire alarm, mistakenly thinking it would open the door. A mistake literally nobody's ever made in the history of mankind. I regret this and sincerely apologize for any confusion this caused. Then, Dave, just to give you a little flavor, everybody starts posting a picture of the area where he pulled the alarm, and they post a picture with these 2 red signs that say, press the door on the bar for 3 seconds and the door will open. Well, if you look at the actual picture, see, this is what we see all over the internet. Jamaal Bowman's not in it. And you've got these 2 signs saying, press the door for 3 seconds and the doors will open, alarm will sound. It doesn't say anything about the fire alarm on the wall. But if you look at the actual picture of the moment Jamaal Bowman was in the hallway, those red signs are not there. You can see the backs of 2 other signs that are on the outsides of the doors. So I don't buy that the red signs caused him any confusion, which is what some people are saying. I don't buy that.
Well,
there was
no
confusion. He pulled the fire alarm, and he knew very well what they were going to do.
Yes, anyone who's ever pulled a fire alarm in the history of fire alarms has known what's going to happen when you pull the fire alarm and it's not open a door. But also, it says emergency exit right in front of him. It's all so stupid, but this is what I call Democrat privilege, because nothing is going to happen to Jamaal Bowman. He, maybe they'll give him a slap on the wrist, but nothing really is going to happen to him. He won't even have to leave this stolen land. Wouldn't that be something, you broke the rules, you should at least leave the stolen land, but he's not going to leave the stolen land. He's going to be just fine. If anything, it will be a perfect example of Democrat privilege. He will become more famous because of it, and they will give him an even better job. He will eventually be Speaker of the House if they take over, or he'll become a senator, or he'll probably figure out a way to be Newsom's VP, because if you're a Democrat and you do something stupid or illegal or immoral or completely insane, you fail up. So I hate to say it, but Bowman ain't going anywhere.
People are making the comparison to some of the January 6th protesters, not the ones who caused violence, but the ones who were kind of wandering around just aimlessly through the Capitol and the police had held the doors open, who have been charged with obstruction of a congressional proceeding, saying, how does he not get charged with obstruction of a congressional proceeding when he's clearly trying to evacuate the buildings so that they can't take a vote on this thing that they wanted to postpone? That's how it looks anyway. He doesn't get charged. There's no investigation. One Republican saying he should be expelled. McCarthy says there should be some punishment. Here's what Bowman said today, just moments ago, Dave Rubin. This is the latest spin.
Do you still stand by your statement that pulling the fire alarm was an accident? I don't know why this has gotten so much attention. I was literally just in a rush to go vote, man. That's all it was.
Are you afraid of any repercussions, either from leadership or from legally from Capitol Police?
I mean, listen, I take responsibility for what I did, but like I said, I was in a rush to go vote, and, investigation will sort everything else out.
Have you talked to Jeffries about it?
Oh, yeah, of course. That's day one, yes.
How was that conversation?
Well, I got to keep that between me and the leader, so I'm not going to share that publicly. Yeah, but we've been in touch with each other.
I mean, how many times, Dave, have you been in a rush and you're running down the hallway and you can't, like, the door's not opening, or and so you just pull the fire alarm? I mean, that's a thing, right?
Yo, man, I had something to do. I wasn't just doing it for no reason. Like, it's irrelevant whether he did it for a reason or not. And he obviously did. It's not the reason he's saying. He wanted to postpone the vote. That's what this obviously was. He was just in a rush. But again, nothing's going to happen to him because this is how the system operates. When people talk about the swamp, but particularly there's a Democrat version of the swamp where you can always get away with everything. If this had been Lauren Boebert, let's say, the woman got her boob squeezed. We talked about it for like 3 weeks, right? If Lauren Boebert had done this. And by the way, all the guys in my studio said that, chicks are into that. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay.
In the right setting, it can work.
But the point is, if it had been her pulling this, they would have said insurrection. But he's gonna get away with it. If anything, if you live in New York and you're in this guy's district, you got to get rid of him for a litany of other reasons. And also know that you also are on stolen land, and you should probably move back where you came from.
Junk science. That's what the doctor calls many of those fruit and vegetable supplements on the market right now. Junk science because they use extracts of common produce department fruits and vegetables with basically no health benefits. But I want to tell you about Field of Greens. Field of Greens is different. They use the whole organic fruit and vegetable, not a watered down supplement. And it's backed by the Better Health Promise, which I'm going to tell you about. Each ingredient in Field of Greens was scientifically chosen to support vital organs like heart, lungs, and kidney health. Others support your immune system, your blood pressure, your metabolism, and healthy weight loss. Their Better Health Promise is simple. The next time you're at the doctor for a checkup, if the doctor does not say you're looking healthier than before, you get your money back. That's a deal right there. So let me get you started with 15% off your order. Visit fieldofgreens.com and use my promo code MK. Promo code MK at fieldofgreens.com. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.